Hello. How are you? I'm Will. I'm on the Magic Bus. The Magic Bus has many rooms. The Magic Bus, well, it's really more. It's kind of like what Herman Melville called the Pequod, the boat, the Pequod, the whaling boat or ship. The one in which the whole society went down the tubes, down the Twain, in the middle of the ocean. Although their leader managed to get brought down, not through the, Edgar Allan Poe wrote a story into the, the boo-goo-goo, the whirlpool. That's not the word. That's right. It doesn't matter. I mean, whirlpool. It is. Ship goes down and it makes a hole in the water, and water doesn't go. It's easier for the water to go this way than that over there for some reason that I don't quite understand. It's kind of neat. Which has to do with the Coriolis effect, right? Aren't they backwards in the north? I mean, the southern hemisphere? Or is this one of these urban legends that I am ascribing to right now? Subscribing? Yeah, subscribing to right now? I didn't hit the subscribe button, but actually there are a lot of things in life that we subscribe to that we don't even know that we're subscribing to. Oh, I'm on your radar. And yours. And yours. And all of theirs, too. All of them. Mommy and daddy and sister and brother and wife and children and cousins and aunts and uncles and school teachers and bullies and coaches and job coaches, bosses, parole officers, etc. The bottle and all that contains. Oh yes, if I just, I don't know, I need it. The question is, to what extent do you allow the tentacles of others' lives, their energies, their ways of structuring things, their definitions of how things are and are not? We don't have fun in public. No, that's not what we do. We have police officers in the East and sheriffs in the Los Angeles County, and I think a lot of other places in California and other Western things, because after all, how was the West won? By lawmen. Using the fact that it is their job to somehow support the idea that we people are supposed to obey the law. And they do that by finding anybody who is not obeying the law and punishing them. I mean, the police have the ability to kidnap anybody at any moment for a short while, charge them, accuse them of something. That's their job. They have the right to do it. It's not entirely constitutionally legal unless you've got, people who, originalists, for example. You see, the people who know what the founding fathers thought, the guy, Antonin, one of my favorite people to talk about, Antonin Scoliosis, or whatever you want to call him. He knows what the original intent was of people as they have updated their intent. I mean, as they would have done it, as they would do it. Oh, he knows how they would would take into their notions about what is essential to ensure democracy and justice and freedom. That in their formulations, they had the intent that could be applied throughout history. And it's only up to those people who have special access to the Founding Fathers' original intent. People like this might say, no, I don't have any special access. I've just studied it better, and I understand it better than you, which, of course, doesn't mean I have special access. No, not at all. Just because I can talk circles around anybody around me, that happens to be one of my God-given strengths, or perhaps downfalls ultimately. We must be careful. Humility. And I would say to you, without any humility whatsoever, because humility isn't so much an issue here in my assertion. Although I will accompany it by the regular, disclaimer, yes, it's very possible that I'm wrong about what I say. Okay, so that's my humility. That's maybe just an acknowledgement of what we all know anyway. Why do I have to act as if I acknowledge that I might be wrong? But my assertion, Sir Antonin, is that one of the major reasons why people came to this country was to escape religious oppression. The ideas that some people have because they have special access to what's right, because they can do something that other people can't do. You see, originalists know what James Madison would have to say about issues such as internet access and the effect of quantities of concentrations of wealth that were not conceivable because the mechanisms for accumulation, not just of wealth, but of influence and of power, influence over the media, etc., including having people who accuse those who are more accurate of being biased. That's just a standard trick. It's always been there. You always accuse the people of what you don't want people to really fully take in, just how much you're doing it. It's fine to have you're just another group of these people who, you lie just like everybody else lies, but you lie kowtowing to a particular form of, say, distrust, negativity, hatred, racism, whatever, classism, hatred of mothers, hatred of gay people, whatever your thing is. If it's hatred, hatred is something that people can appeal to, and it works. And we live in an era that is not only unrecognizable to somebody who lived a quarter of a millennium ago, it's inconceivable to people 1 decade ago. And the idea that somebody's going to say, I have decided that the Commerce Clause tells me that states don't have a right to allow people to grow marijuana. That was what the original intent was. On the other hand, the federal government has no business interfering with, say, prison overcrowding, for example. I'm not sure I don't know. I don't pay any attention to that. These guys, these 9 people are given such power, and some of them might be good for all I know, but they're part of there's a larger system at play. We could get the best 9 Supreme Court justices, and it won't change anything. Although the Supreme Court does have a very inordinate amount of power, and that's why when somebody like George Bush Sr., he decides he's going to play a trick on the liberals. He's going to get a conservative, completely in the pocket of the conservatives, person of color. They want somebody of color. They want a black man to be on the Supreme Court. We're going to give them one. Thank you. Hi, thanks. George Bush Sr. The same one who was the father, too. I don't even want to talk about this. You know what? Here's my breakfast. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to diff them. Diff them. S-T-F-U-M. Shut the F up, man.